Alrighty, time for our next segment. And BT, we like your efforts on this one. You're very consistently coming up with big matches for us to watch. This is BT's Game of the Week. And where are we looking for our marquee matchup this week?
Heading with Brisbane versus St Kilda. I think this is probably easily the Game of the Week. Saturday night, Brisbane coming off a loss, so obviously they're going to want to get a win on the board. St Kilda coming off the bye, so they're going to have fresh legs. This is going to be a very good game, I think.
You've been critical of St Kilda for the bulk of this season. I think you finally be converted, and certainly a win for the Saints this week would have to really bring it over the top for you, BT.
Yeah, definitely. Ever since Jack Steele went down, I'm kind of a fan of him now. So, but
harsh.
I was looking,
very harsh.
Going over the stats of this game, it's very similar to the Fremantle Brisbane game. St Kilda have 30 more uncontested, and Brisbane average 8 more contested. Brisbane average 3 more contested marks. So it's very similar. The factor I think it's going to play in Brisbane's hand is it's Saturday night. So the dew factor up at the Gabba.
Oh, not the conditions.
The conditions are throwing them in there.
Oh, no.
It's a consistent Saturday night or night game factor at the Gabba. So I think that's where it's going to actually, to be honest with you, I'm going to throw my tip out there early. I've got Brisbane in an easy win. I've got them by at least minimum 40 points.
Well, geez, that's huge. And BT, if you're thinking it's going to be a landslide, how is this the Game of the Week? What are we talking here?
Based on the ladder positions, if St Kilda's only 4 points behind Brisbane, but they have a game in hand. So based on the ladder, it's an important game for the ladder. Every other game was pretty irrelevant for the round, so I didn't really have much to choose from, to be honest with you.
All right, fair enough. Steve, let's talk about one man who I think is going to be a big factor in this game, likely to be back in the team after a spell with an injury. That's our man, Smoking Joe. Looking likely to be back in the team this week. What is that going to do for Brisbane's lineup, particularly with regard to the forward line, obviously?
Big in, a huge in for them, massive. I mean, he was hitting numbers before he got injured consistently, so it hasn't affected Brisbane too much, him going down. Obviously, they've picked up a few losses, but yeah, him coming straight back in will be massive for them, and it gives another reason for BT to watch the game because he's a fan. So yeah, he loves a bit of Smoking Joe, but massive for them, huge.
BT, interested in your thoughts on what they're going to do with the lineup. Darcy Fort has been really good as a second ruck, while Smoking Joe's been out of the team. Can they afford to play the two rucks with Joe Danaher in the side? Are they going to be too tall?
They've also got Eric Hipwood playing as well, so That's another one in there. You got Dan McStay. Does he hold his spot? I don't know. To be completely honest, I have no idea how they're going to fit him in, because you're going to want to obviously keep Hipwood in there. I think McStay's probably the one.
Ooh.
And I think
it's tough.
Maybe Fort, but like you said, Fort's been pretty solid as a second ruck. Maybe they play Danaher as the second ruck. Yeah. I actually don't have an answer for this one.
Yeah, it's a tough. I mean, it's obviously a good problem to have if you're Brisbane's coaching department, but you got to get the balance right as well. Not talking about conditions, but on a bit of a dewy night as well. You don't want to have too many tools in the team. So don't be surprised if there is a big out for the Brisbane game this weekend. So BT, you've given your tip. Steve, where are you looking in this game? Are you on Brisbane or are you going on the Saints?
Yeah, no, I'm on Brisbane. They seem to be able to just get it done at the Gabba, and then it probably good for them that they don't have a bye this week, so that they can look to bounce back straight away after the loss against Freo. So I think they'll do it. I think they'll do it comfortably, maybe not as comfortable as the 40 points that BT said, maybe like within the 20s, somewhere around there. But I think they get it done.
Yeah, I agree. I like Brisbane as well. I don't like their form, obviously, and the Saints have looked good. but Brisbane at home, hard to go past them. But it should be a cracker of a game. It is our game of the week for a reason. And if you're a fan of either team, let us know in the comments why your team's going to win. And if you've got any thoughts as well on that Brisbane lineup issue with the tools, it would be good to get your opinions on that as well. Obviously the fans of the teams, they watch their teams week in, week out, really know their stuff. So always happy to get some opinions from the fans on this sort of stuff. So let us know who's in, who's out, Brisbane tools. It's going to be a big issue, but it's going to be a great game. We're looking forward to that one.